And now, coming at you from Yellowknife, Canada, from one of our living rooms, we're talking movies.
And sometimes TV shows.
With spoilers included, folks.
This is Armchair Reviews.
Wait, is that based off like the armchair quarterback is saying? Is that what we're talking about right now?
Chris, we spoke about this before.
Are you sure?
Yes, more than once.
You're positive, though.
You wrote the joke.
Oh, God damn it. All right, you're right. I apologize.
Featuring
Chris Godin
and James Mackay.
Oh boy.
Hey, baby. Welcome back to another episode of Armchair Reviews, folks.
What do we have here?
Hey, what's going on? My name's Chris.
And my name is James.
Welcome. Another episode. Another episode in the books, James.
In famous words of DJ Khaled, another one.
Another one.
Another one.
Another one.
Another one. But you already knew.
What do we...
We'd be back.
What's new, man?
I mean, you know.
Just chilling?
Did a couple things. Did some
couple
stuff.
things. Yeah.
Experienced a lot of shit.
Me too. Tight.
Seen a lot of things, you know. You've
tight.
seen a few more things today than I've seen, but...
Yeah, today was a busy day at work. Let's just say that. Enough said there. Enough said. Holy moly.
Yeah.
It's been a while, though, so it's okay.
Heard it recently got a lot busier there as
Sure
well.
did. Yep. Mm-hmm.
All at one day, there was like an extra 30 people or something like that came in through.
Oh, I don't know what that...
Okay, I don't know.
Yeah.
Someone mentioned that there was just a big intake over like a couple days.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Anyhow,
Maybe it doesn't matter.
so busy days.
That's neither here nor there.
Busy days. We've seen a lot of shit. Chris seen a few more things.
Yep. That's okay, though. Hey, what are we talking about this week?
I think we saw a movie.
We did see a movie.
Before we talk about the movie,
Okay.
Chris.
Yes.
So there's been this sweeping fad the last couple years, a big explosion, if
fad.
you will, in
Explosion fad?
in an activity, I guess. You could do a group activity, a team building experience, something to do with your friends. Have you ever done an escape room before?
Orgy, what?
What?
No.
What?
No, I've never done an escape room, actually.
What? Yeah, you
I've
haven't.
never done one.
I already knew the answer to that, but this is for the people.
Yes, I've been interested about doing one, but then, it's we don't have them come up
Yeah,
here that
we
often.
don't
in Yellowknife,
have an actual escape room business in Yellowknife.
so- Sometimes they come up, but every time that happens, I
Yeah.
still miss it.
Yeah.
And I just don't know the quality.
I haven't done any of the pop-up ones here.
Yeah.
However, I've done 2 in Calgary and 1 in Dublin.
Okay, fair.
And-
Yep, I remember you told me that.
Yeah, and they're both, all 3, the 2 I did in Calgary were at the same company. So both companies that we did them with were fucking awesome. They're a lot of fun.
Cool.
And we beat both of them.
Obviously.
So, all 3.
Okay, first or last.
Yeah, I'm always
That's
first. So
No matter what.
yeah, put your
That's
hands
cool.
up.
Nah.
It's cool. It's definitely something you should do. Maybe.
Or,
Hammer a
it
couple
could
drinks.
just kill you. It could kill you.
Yeah, and
Health risk.
that's a recent thing that also happened.
They must sign waivers. They must have to sign waivers now.
See, there's a fail-safe for all these things, though, which is the silly part, because recently people may or may not have heard on the news, but 2 people, I think, died in an escape room because the building caught on fire.
I don't know. I feel like that's happening a lot more often now.
Yeah, something along those lines. However, there's fail-safes to all these doors. You're locked in a room, but you're not really locked in the room. There's always a way, an instant way out.
Anxiety's a hell of a thing.
Oh, for sure. When you're caught in the moment, you never know. Your adrenaline's pumping, blah, blah, blah. You forget shit, tunnel vision.
Right.
Especially if you're panicking, if you're fucking... I don't know what it's like to be in a room that's on fire. So I can't speak to that. But anyhow, it's definitely something I think everyone should try. It's a lot of fun. I've done it with just me and my wife, and I've done an escape room with 6 or 7 people, and both times it was a good experience.
Couple of friendos.
A couple friends, couple guys.
Well, I wonder what it'd be like to do it with a group of strangers.
With a group of strangers.
What a nightmare. It's just
With
group
your-
work in a classroom is the worst.
Yeah, there's always that one guy, Devin, who does
Devin.
nothing,
Ha! What a guy.
and then gets all the reward. You know what I mean?
Hey, speak of Devin, he's in studio with us today.
Devin's in studio with us. He's sitting quietly over in the corner.
Say hi, see if we can
Yeah, say hi, Devin.
What's up, guys?
we might have got that a little bit there. I think.
Yeah, there you go. That's Devin.
Yeah, so Devin's here. He's hanging out, listening in, having a couple pops, and he's our in-house server tonight.
Perfect.
If you
Perfect.
will.
Sounds good.
Devin just got back from camp, so he just wants to hang out with his friends.
Needs a friend or two.
Devin usually comes and watches the movies with us, and we've always tried to get him to come and chime in, but he never does.
He won't do it.
Yeah, he's
He
scared.
won't
or
do it.
something, I don't know.
He won't do it. We have even a better setup for this that we can accommodate.
Yeah,
And still nothing. He's just smiling, shaking his head. That's stupid. Fucking
we'll get
grin
him
on
one
his
day.
face right now.
We'll get him one day. This hey guys was the icebreaker. So
It's true. We're inching closer and
yeah,
closer.
we'll get there.
We'll get there.
Yeah. So yeah, we're obviously talking about Escape Room this week. But before we dive into that,
You want to talk about something else?
yeah, we're gonna talk about a couple other things.
Another fad, actually. That's
Another
been popular for.
Another fad.
It's always been popular.
Another one.
Murders.
Murder. Not
True
just murders.
murders.
Not just true murders. Serial killer murderers.
And a big one at that.
One of the biggest.
This guy in particular, so hot right now. Jesus, they're making another movie that just came out in Sundance, and now we have this Netflix special,
Yeah, I heard about that.
4-part
Sundance
special that
one.
we're going to be talking about right now.
Yeah, so
The Ted Bundy tapes
Ted Bundy tapes.
on Netflix,
This was just released on the 24th of January.
something like that.
24th or 25th. It's only been out a week
blown
that
up,
we've
though.
recorded. It's everyone who knows like any little thing about like serial killers or not. Even hell, you go up to a random person, you mention the name Ted. Like, have you ever heard of Ted Bundy? They'll probably say
Oh,
yes.
that's serial killer?
They might not remember like, oh, he's a serial killer, but they've probably heard the name,
Right.
right? So, but yeah. Anyhow, this 4-part series documentary, if you
Yep.
will, came out on Netflix a week ago, and yeah, like Chris said, it's blowing up. It's very
Blowing up.
very popular.
Everywhere. It's
think it's-
popular. I think it's kind of it's what's the word I'm looking for? It's where it's like good and bad, where polarizing. That's it.
Yeah, he's
It's very polarizing
he's
because
very-
obviously the
he's a
topic
very
is
polarizing
polarizing.
character.
Yeah, no shit.
Hence,
I don't
why
honestly,
he was able to do what he did.
I don't think he's that polarizing. I think he's just a fucking lunatic, and people fell for his stupid charm. I think
Well,
people
and
are dumb,
You have to
and
also
he was smart enough to take advantage of that person.
you have to
those
also
people.
think like it's 40, 50 years ago now. 40 something years ago. It's a different
know.
time, right?
I know, and like you see a little bit in this documentary, like the ineptitude of everything around him,
Oh, absolutely.
and like some of the stuff,
And
just
people
must
are-
have fed his ego.
People
so
are just-
fucking much.
More I don't know if you want to call it like naive like back then, because they're just not as exposed to the stuff, you know what I mean?
That's true. The internet wasn't a thing, James. I don't know if you know that.
Was, but it wasn't. Everybody didn't have it in their fucking pocket 24/7.
In the 70s, there was that
That's
didn't
what I mean.
exist.
The internet existed.
No, it didn't it? It was born in like the 90s, dude.
The internet?
Yes. Fact checker.
I don't know.
Devin.
Devin can't fact check.
Devin.
Okay.
Can we get a fact check? When was the internet launched? I'm telling you tonight. It might have been around like late 80s, but I'm saying it was out like to the public in the 90s. Devin, you're killing me here.
Yeah,
1990.
Ha!
this is.
Suck it.
It was the beginning
He's not a real fact checker.
1983.
83.
Hit the market to the public in 1990.
Boom. Shaka laka 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 laka.
Boom shakalaka laka 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 laka.
All right, well, that's a small
Okay.
small victory. I'll take it. Stupid idiot.
Either way, news coverage was still a thing. People
Yeah.
were getting murdered all the time.
Man, it was so popular then too. Like the
Mm-hmm.
media blew this up too as soon as they caught wind of this guy.
Well, it was
Especially
an
since
exciting thing. Like,
man, like how he just didn't tell his name at one point at the court.
yeah, how the hell do you get away with that? First of all,
Oh my god.
I don't know.
What'd you think about it? Like what'd you think of the direction of the documentary?
I mean, I think it was well done. It was like most of the stuff in the documentary is stuff that if you're into like researching serial killers and
Right.
whatnot
Yeah.
for whatever reason,
Yeah.
like it's stuff you would have pulled up on his Wikipedia page for example.
Some of it, yeah.
Like,
There's,
it's
I
like-
feel like there's a lot of stuff missing too. Like,
Where, yeah, exactly. Like where the murders happened,
Mm-hmm.
etc. How many people he murdered. Da, da, da. Some other stuff you learn, like how he escaped from prison and how he escaped from
crazy.
the courthouse. He escaped from the courthouse,
Insane.
and how he prepared to escape from a courthouse. Like that's like next level. He's just a fucking smart guy. Like, give him that. He obviously didn't use his intelligence for the right reasons, but yeah, I don't know. It was well done, but like you said, I kind of wish it would have been drawn out more. Like, give me 10 1-hour
I think he
episodes,
thought-
go into depth.
Yeah, I think he thought he was really smart, and like just some circumstances around him built that up just because of everyone else's lack of anything, any awareness, and that just fed into like his whole like psychopathy.
Yeah. I mean, like, I'm not trying to give a fucking serial killer any credit, but I think he was just like, you have to be a smart guy
Well, he got away with it
to
for
get
a while.
away with it for that long. And like,
They jump right into it though in this
He's-
documentary.
oh, absolutely. They're not beating around the bush.
Yeah.
But he was only convicted of 30 murders or something like that, but people think it was like over 100.
Ooh, I thought it was lower. I thought it was on the lower end, but that could be very well right. Yeah. I mean, it's
Well,
all,
I don't know
It
if he
always gets
was-
blown up though with like
Yeah.
these serial killers. It's like, oh, like we know he did 5, but he probably has buried 57 or something. It's like,
no, yeah, exactly. I don't know if he wasn't necessarily convicted of 30, but I think they have pinned 30
it's the
on
same
him.
thing for like John Wayne Gacy and like
Yeah.
all those guys.
Everyone, like the BTK killer and all that good stuff.
All the good stuff. All that good stuff.
You know what I meant. The people know what I meant.
The people know.
But anyhow, like if you're into any crime documentaries or serial killer documentaries or any kind of like behavioral analysis type of documentaries, if you like psychology, like it's a good watch. It's a quick 4 hours. It's nothing you really have to commit too much time to.
Right. You can, yeah. Devin, you have something?
Well, you guys know any about the new movie in 2019 about Ted Bundy?
I think
Yes.
that's what we were just talking. What Chris mentioned that's coming out in the
Yeah.
Sundance film, but I don't think that's not a documentary. That's like a
It's a fictionalized. I think it's going to be more about what they didn't include it in this documentary is where he like works for a helpline
yeah.
and he's like best friends with one of the girls there or something like that.
The crazy thing is that he like had actual relationships with girls while he was like hooking up and killing other
Oh, yeah,
girls.
absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like
yeah.
that's fucking insane.
Oh yeah, yeah. It's I don't know. He has that.
The whole thing is
The movie's name is Extremely Wicked, Shockingly Evil, and Vile.
Yes, what a
Yeah,
title.
weird.
Extremely evil
why don't you just
extremely wicked, shockingly evil and vile.
Vile. That's the Sundance
Yeah, what a
movie
mouthful.
that's coming up.
What a mouthful, but I'm excited to see that. That looks interesting.
And there was some
Zachy F.
there was some kind of rebuttal, if you will, SJWs, social media, like, oh, you guys are like making him out to be a
Yeah,
hero,
glamorizing
and
the serial killer.
glamorizing what he did, and da 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 da. It's like, okay, like that's not the purpose.
No, if
of
anything,
it.
like
And where's the money going from the documentary generates? Like, is it going to his victims? Like, fuck out of here.
yeah, exactly. You're always. I think that's always occurring though, when anything like
I know.
like this subject matter comes out, and it's been happening for a while. Anytime it comes out, there's always gonna be an uproar.
It's a popular thing these days, like especially for those very prominent serial killers. Like it's fascinating, like the psychology, they're like everything that goes through their mind. Like if they tell you that kind of stuff on the tapes, which you get a little bit of it in this. It's it's pretty fascinating.
The tapes themselves, he's basically breaking down the way they frame it. At least that he's like describing himself of like this.
Yeah,
because he's saying he's
they get
innocent,
they
right?
get him to talk about himself in the third person.
Yeah.
without like because he like Chris
It's very
Chris
much
said he's always trying to play the I'm innocent card. However, they're like, okay, well, if you were to do this, or how do you think that person did this? And so he would walk them through it essentially step by step and exactly what goes through his mind.
All
and
I
why.
thought when I was watching that was like, OJ.
Yeah.
This is where OJ got it from. Son of a bitch. If I Did It by OJ Simpson. Are you fucking kidding me? Holy shit. That's outrageous. But apparently it got pulled off shelves or something like that. Or like any money that it gets from it goes to her family. Nicole Brown's family.
Oh, really?
And the server that was bludgeoned to death too. Yeah.
Ron Jeremy.
No. No. But yeah, what an interesting documentary. I'd definitely check it out. It's worth a watch because especially since it's quick and it's on Netflix, so easily
Yeah,
readily,
4 hours.
readily available.
It's not much you have to commit to.
Yeah.
I mean, if anyone binge watches any fucking show, 4 hours is a fucking half a night.
Yeah, easy peasy. 8 to 12, no problem.
8 to 12. Yeah, you get off work 5 to 9.
Yep. Get your popcorn ready.
Yep. Easy night.
But be prepared to be a little bit disturbed, though.
Yeah.
It is. Remember, like,
It's still
mature
about-
subject matter. Viewer discretion is advised.
For real. It's
James.
literally still about a serial killer.
And this is real. This is real. This
Yeah,
is
it's
service
not a
happened to
made-up
real people.
story.
This is real people.
Yeah.
And that's what's fucking terrifying.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's what people gravitate to it because it's so fucking visceral.
Yeah.
It's so real that it just like when people are interested in that, they're like, how is this real?
Mm-hmm.
That's fucking insane.
Yeah. And like what makes that person tick.
Spooky.
Yeah. Anyhow, quick segue over to Escape Room.
Segue. Good chat. Segue.
Yeah. So Escape Room.
Or as I like to say, the escape room.
Escape Room.
I'm just going to say the escape room the entire
Ellen
time.
DeGeneres.
And it's going to be escape.
What does that say? Escape.
Escape. Fragile.
Fragile. Escape.
So yeah, escape room.
Yeah.
What did you think before we went into this movie? What were you expecting this to be? Just before we get into like
we talked
ripping
about
this fucking movie to shreds.
We talked about this.
But did we? Okay, go on.
Well, before we kind of like, what do we expect? Like, as we were driving there, we were kind of like, well, we kind of figured it would be something similar to like Saw-esque
Sort
or
of, yeah.
Jigsaw-esque.
Yep.
But we wanted it to be more unique. We kind of expected it to be a little bit goofy, which I don't think it was.
No,
It missed that mark.
They tried to
I mean,
really
that's
play
not
it straight.
Yeah, that's not the mark they were going for. They, like Chris just said, they tried to play it straight, but we kind of thought that there'd be some goofy, maybe borderline fun deaths. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
kind of like I was
Happy
saying, like
Death
maybe like
Day, you get some fun,
yeah,
some
something
fun
like that, maybe
deaths.
like snakes on the plane type of thing.
Snakes on a plane, but no, they it was like a serious tone and quotations.
Yep. Fuck.
So
Yeah.
yeah, I don't know. Like we were expecting something. Yeah, I don't know, like a little bit goofy, but like a little bit psychological at the same time.
Yeah,
like
I don't know if I was
something
doing anything
in depth, maybe some unique kills.
good. Maybe.
You know,
Maybe.
because like we were saying at the end, like there was no good
Nothing really
deaths.
that memorable.
You know what I mean? We'll get into the deaths like a little bit. Not that we're fucking dark and hoping for
Yeah.
this crazy shit to happen, but
As
it's
we segue from
serial killer
chat,
but
to,
this is just like a Hollywoodized movie, so we're like get creative with it.
Okay, so here we
We'll
go.
get into
we'll
it.
start with this first. So we have a group of strangers. We're all introduced there, and they all kind of have their own stories going on and stuff like that. And then a cube pops up at their house, and they figure out the cube, brings them to a place, and it's this escape room. There,
The cube is essentially a puzzle.
it's a puzzle.
They
It's
unlock
such a-
the puzzle, and it's an invitation to.
It's basically a ripoff of Hellraiser. If you open up the fucking cube, you're gonna go to like the Hellraiser dimension where the fuck it is.
So, but this is essentially, it's an invitation to the
Or is that more of an homage?
escape room.
Right.
And
Escape room.
The escape room. And essentially, like, the hook for everyone, minus one person probably, is, like, beat the escape room, like, be the last person left. $10,000 is your prize.
You win 10,000 buckaroos. Hey,
like-
one question though.
Shoot.
Jack up the prize winnings. If you're gonna be fucking murdering people, murdering people,
But they're never gonna give $10,000 even to the person that is the last person left. Because
I know, still, though,
we'll
but,
get
like-
we'll get to why. I don't want to give it away right away. But,
Still though, like maybe
No,
just 10 grand doesn't seem like a whole lot.
but it's a lie, anyways. But 10 grand seems like a lot to all those other people.
But
right?
still be like,
The one guy works in a fucking back of a grocery store and drinks out of a Mickey.
I'm
He's
just
chilling.
saying,
Also-
I'm not getting out of bed for anything less than 25 grand. Okay,
You wouldn't go to escape room for 10 grand.
well, probably
That's a load of shit.
Of course
You
I would.
fucking liar.
Of course I fucking would. Still though, I'm like
Devin,
this.
Put your fucking hand down.
Okay, fair enough, but still, like
Also,
for a fictional thing, I felt like
Quick
10,
question.
10 grand was low. What?
so if you were drinking and driving and got in a car accident and killed like me, Devin, and like fucking Gowdy,
Yeah.
would you drink at work? You know what I mean?
You know what? Yeah, that's a good question. That's
You'd probably not drink again.
no, yeah, no, that'd be fucking horrible to come back from.
We'll get to why that question makes sense in a few seconds.
Yeah. You're welcome.
And I kind of chose Gowdy because I know he listens.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, we've got how many characters? We got 6.
Let's count them off. We got Nerdy Danny. We got he's the escape room aficionado.
Oh yeah. We got Mike, the kind of truck driver guy.
Oh yeah, played by Tyler Labine of
Super
Breaker High fame back in the day. Breaker
Yeah.
High, and he's also in Tucker and Dale versus Evil, which is a hilarious. What we got? Yeah, he's Mike.
The smart black chick. What's her name?
Zoe, yeah.
Zoe.
She's the kind of shy, reserved one.
Yeah,
we
but
got
like
the
super genius.
We got the loser Ben.
Ben.
Jay.
Jay
is
is
it
like-
Jason. Jay.
Yeah, they call him
Jason.
Jay.
Okay. Yeah.
He's like the money, or is he like an investor or something?
He's
Like
some
a stock
stock trader. Or something.
stock trader or something. But essentially, he's like,
trader.
I don't know, balling out of control. Got
Balling out of control. Dude.
bunch of money type
Crazy,
thing.
dude.
Rich
Balling out of
dude.
control. Look at his suit, man. His suit's
Yeah.
so good.
Suits on fleek. That's 5, and then the last
We have Amanda.
girl is Amanda, and she's like ex-military.
Ex-military, yeah. She's Deborah Ann Wool. She's on Daredevil, recently canceled Daredevil on Netflix as Karen Page. She's also on Punisher, and I think she showed up in like Iron Fist once or twice, some shit like that. So, yeah, she was in this for a little bit.
So those are our 6 characters.
And this movie actually tries to give everyone a little backstory because we'll get that again at
Because
the
it all
end.
makes sense for why they were selected for the escape room.
for this particular one.
So we'll give.
have a secret.
Everyone's got a secret. So we'll just go quickly into backstories. So essentially, everyone was selected to be into this escape room because they were the last person left alive from some sort of major tragedy.
Yep.
So quick examples: we got Zoe. She was in a plane crash. Only survivor.
Sorry, mom died.
Ben is a stockroom loser type kid. He was drinking and driving and got 3 of his friends killed.
Yeah,
Hence
he just
why I asked.
bought. What, did he buy a car or something that day or something like that?
I think they were just 16.
Oh, he just got his
They
license.
like, just got his license.
Yeah,
They were
joyride.
loaded and they want to go for joyride. And yeah, got in a car wreck. 3 of his friends killed or whatever.
Yep.
But and
survived.
then he still drinks on the job, and that's
Yeah.
why I shot that
Right.
question to Chris.
Right.
But that would never happen.
Correct.
We got Jason, who was in a boat wreck.
Yeah, something like that.
And him and one other friend were the last 2 people alive, and he potentially wrestled his friend off of.
It's pretty much just straight
pretty
up
much killed his
acknowledged that he
friend
murdered his
and
friend and took a jacket.
Took a jacket so he could survive.
Yeah.
What, Amanda?
Amanda, she was IED explosion in
Yeah,
Iraq.
she was an IED explosion in Iraq in a Humvee. Only person to survive.
Yep.
The nerdy
Danny boy.
Danny boy, he was some kind of poison. Oh, CO2 or carbon monoxide,
Carbon monoxide, yeah. In his
poisoning
house.
in his house. His whole family died except for him.
Mm-hmm.
And
Mike
was an underground miner.
Right.
And there was
collapse.
a collapse.
Mine
and
collapse, and his brother died. He heard his brother died next to him.
everyone died. but his brother was like right beside him. They were
Yeah.
both trapped, and he like essentially heard his brother's last breath, is what
Yeah.
they say.
Yeah.
So anyhow, they're all selected to be in this escape room because they want to know who's the luckiest of the luckiest. Because essentially
Yeah.
they're like, you should all be dead.
But who's choosing this? Who's doing all this? Who's pulling the
Who
strings?
is doing this?
Who gives a fuck?
It's kind of like a Hunger Games kind of theme.
Yeah,
It's like
a little bit.
they have people that pay in to watch the escape rooms, and it happened. This isn't the first one.
Kind of like a death race type
apparently-
thing as well.
Yeah, exactly. It happens every year, and we never know really who's running it, but they just refer to our viewers are always demanding more and new ideas and new themes, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah, you never really find out, and it doesn't really fucking matter because who gives a
It
shit?
doesn't really matter.
What's up, Dev?
Devin's got a question.
Do you find out how they choose each one of these people?
No, it's like a random theme.
No, yeah. So Devin just asked if we find out how they choose these people, and no, it's a random theme. And like
Every year it changes.
every year it changes, so it's not like
It's all
Every year, yeah.
it's like once a year.
They did
don't
one
really
where
say
it was
if it's
like
once a year, but
Didn't they do one where it was like pure athletes?
yeah.
and
So they
then-
get like the best athletes to
Or like-
see
and then,
who's
like, the
best
smartest
athlete,
people.
who's the smartest person. This is who's the luckiest person.
like
Yeah.
someone who survived a
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
near death.
And they kind of have rooms set up that are like triggers for people.
Yes, yeah. They have little hints and stuff. Yeah, little hints.
They set it up for
Well, just little hint, like
Not necessarily for each person, but there's hints based on like what happened to the people, and like the first room starts on fire, and Amanda, who is like blown up, if you will, and with the IED, has like a bunch of scars on her back because she was
melting
burn
pretty much.
scars essentially, because she was like melting from the explosion. So the first room like lights on fire, and it's obviously a big trigger type thing.
Yeah.
And
Next one's cold because of the water for the Jasons.
but the second one, they like go into it's like a cabin, and the lock.
Yeah, right, yeah.
The lock was to unlock it. The word was Rudolph, and it was like a 7-letter word. And Ben, the kid, it was Christmas time when they wrote Joyriding, and Rudolph the
that's what they're
Red-Nosed
singing.
Reindeer was on the radio. Or
Hey, I got a
whatever.
question though. How the fuck did this secret society know all these tiny intricate
See,
details?
That's one of our issues with the movie is that
How do they know this?
how?
Impossible.
See, because if we knew how, it would step up the movie. I think a little bit. It would get if there was some reason for why.
Yeah,
I think the product of the movie would be better.
but like they just know like everything to like the jacket. Like it's a red gray goose, or
and so as soon as they get out into
it was playing
out of the
Rudolph the wicked red-nosed reindeer.
as soon as they get out of the cabin, they're essentially on like a lake that's iced over.
Yeah.
And they find in like a chest that's out there like this red Canada Goose jacket, essentially, which is what Jason fucking beat up his friend and threw into a fucking ocean so
Yeah.
that he could have, because there's only one jacket and they're fucking freezing in the middle of the ocean. So he's like, "Fuck you!" Like,
Jesus, dude.
yeah, edit that out.
God damn, I got to put a time code there.
You just cut it right now.
Remember 27,
Stop it.
30. Now we're okay, baby. We're
Now
okay,
that is edited out.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so, but he gets the jacket from his friend. Like, he kills his friend to get the jacket, essentially. Just completely screws him over. And his excuse was like, oh, when you go into hypothermic shock, you do stupid
You do
shit.
crazy things,
you
man.
go crazy.
Get crazy.
Yeah, look into it.
Look into it. You get crazy, dude. Look into it. Hypothermia.
Hypothermia. So, yeah, and... yeah, like, how do they know these details? How do they know that it was a red Canada Goose? How do they know that it was, like, carbon monoxide poisoning? How do they know that Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer was playing on the radio when the car crashed?
Yeah. Just little, like, yeah. I can't think of anything else right now because I think they just focus on certain things, but yeah, that just kind of bugged
How
me.
do they know?
Hey, you know what I use?
clever,
What you know? What
but-
word I use to describe this movie?
Escape?
Derivative. Derivative, because we've seen all this stuff done, but better in other movies.
In Saw.
Saw is a prime example of that. Like the first one, like it's violent, but not like it doesn't get crazy like towards the end. You know, Jigsaw was shit. Obviously, a lot of the other Saws weren't great, but the initial
They all
concept
had
was
their
good.
moments, for
Yeah.
sure. They're good and they're bad. The first one was obviously like unreal because it's really one of the first kind of like psychological the first really well done, I should say, like psychological thrillers, if you will. I don't know.
No, the psychological thrillers have been around for a while, right? But it's like of that type.
Yeah, like of that specific, like
The beginning of, I guess, torture.
yeah, borderline, like
Borderline. It's more. It became
It's a
that
very
after like the second and third one escalated.
Yeah.
Like obviously, but
it's a very unique
either way, fucking escape
genre
room here.
theme.
It's just. I felt I've seen everything before, and it's just.
And like we said, the deaths were boring. Like the first death was Danny Boye drowned. Womp
Yeah.
womp.
That which sucks. Like it is like. That's I don't want that to happen to me ever.
No,
It's
no,
terrifying.
no. Like,
But I know what you mean.
yeah,
It's just kind of like.
but we
oh,
wanted to see
boring.
something, like a bit unique.
So
At least
it's-
like a trap or something. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay, yeah. So
Instead
and then
of like, you broke through the ice.
yeah, and someone just fell in an elevator shaft.
Yeah, although that would
However, that was probably my favorite part of the movie.
favorite room.
My favorite room was the billiard bar room.
Yeah,
That was
it was a
pretty
very cool room.
Like again, we've seen that type of like trickery before with like the camera work,
Mm-hmm.
but it was cool. I still like seeing that shit, and it's like it was so much shit around everywhere that was flipped upside down.
And there's so much going on. Like the room, like
It was really cool.
the room was upside down. So essentially, I mean, I shouldn't have to explain this, but
Yeah, well, they're walking on the ceiling, like
Yes.
everything's upside down, right?
yeah, and yeah, it was pretty. It was pretty.
Or
cool.
it makes it look like they're walking on the ceiling. You know,
Yeah,
that's the illusion. But it's just so cool how they work everything, and then the floor starts dropping, and like
and they had like some distractions with the music playing.
yeah,
And
and
then-
then this is one thing you mentioned yesterday.
Yeah.
They didn't key in to every time the music stops, a fucking tile is gonna drop.
Yeah, so they have like this really annoying music that plays, and essentially
It's musical tiles for fuck's sake.
the floor, which is the roof, if you will, is comprised of like 6 pieces. And like Chris just said, it's kind of musical tiles. So the annoying music would play for 30 seconds. So they have essentially you have 30 seconds of free reign to try to find a clue or whatever to unlock the next door. And then the music would stop, and 5 seconds later,
a piece
one of the pieces of floors would fall out.
right.
And rinse and repeat. And like I picked up on it instantly. And then like they didn't mention it.
Well, yeah, but it's while it's shooting, like the movie is pretty much force feeding the knowledge to the audience.
Yeah.
But for whatever reason, the characters aren't picking up on these clues either.
No,
though.
but
Like,
they're picking up on like the smallest of clues in other areas.
Yeah.
So it was kind of like this one's in your fucking face.
But no.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know.
But
Either
that
way.
was both of our favorite rooms.
Yes.
I think was
easily.
the billiards room.
Easily,
So
yeah. Absolutely.
yeah.
Anything else? Fucking big yawn. That's how much I
yawn.
like this fucking movie.
Chris needs more oxygen.
Yeah, I just looked at
the
Devin and I
brain.
was like, oh my god, I'm exhausted here. Just looking at
Yeah,
him.
that's enough. To
Roasted.
that's just
Gotcha.
I was just gonna say something even more hilarious, but your laugh interrupted me, and now it's not as funny.
I got you both now, suckers.
Yeah,
JK Devin,
gonna tell
I
everyone
appreciate
anyways.
you, dog.
I was gonna say it's a really good way to ruin a boner.
He's just gonna have
but-
he's just gonna have a banana now, or
No, he's making balls and a dick out of your banana and oranges in your
of course
dish.
he is. Yeah, absolutely. That's 100% what he's doing.
Yeah.
That's okay.
Yeah.
It adds character.
Oh yeah, just throw another one on the floor.
Jesus Christ, kitchen's on fire.
This kitchen's on fire.
What'd you think of the actual characters? Did you care about any of the characters?
I don't think I really cared about any of them.
Did you get invested with any of them?
However, I kind of. Here's the thing. I kind of
Okay.
felt a little bit bad for Zoe
Okay.
because she's like the sweet, innocent, super genius little girl
Right.
type thing who seems like she doesn't really have any friends because she's too smart for her own good, but she's super self-reserved because, her family died in a plane
She's
crash.
in a fucking plane crash.
Yes.
How rare is that?
Well, very rare.
Very rare.
I mean,
Just like a double plate classic. Very rare.
very rare.
Very rare.
But yeah, so I mean, a little bit for her, and for whatever reason, like, I could kind of, I don't want to say like relate, but I could understand where, what fucking Ben was coming from. However, I didn't care about him because so I'm like, hey, you drink, you drive, got your friends killed, and you're still drinking.
Yeah.
Type thing. So it's like at that point,
What
I
are
would
you doing?
lose respect for you. But like before that, like, you know, people make mistakes. So obviously it would suck and I'd feel terrible. But if you're still going to fucking hammer back the liquor,
Yeah, no shit, eh?
then you didn't learn from your mistake.
Poor coping mechanism.
That's one way to say it.
There's a couple people where like I don't think they do
Like
enough.
Jason, total douche.
Yeah, he's like all these characters are just like archetypes, you know? Like you have like the dickhead, like who's
Jason.
this cocky Wall Street guy. You have like this tough badass woman, and then you have this shy reserved person.
Yeah.
Then you have the loser,
Yeah.
wild card or whatever, and then you have the geek.
Mm-hmm.
It's
then-
literally just all
forgot-
basic stereotypes.
Forgot Mike, dude.
Oh, and then the lovable fat guy.
Yeah.
Literally,
Literally.
and that's what he plays all the time.
Yeah.
Is the lovable fat guy. I mean, I actually really enjoy Tyler the Bean,
Yeah.
but I feel like he was underused in this one.
He is a
And like he all of a sudden in this one he's just he dies. He's just dead.
yeah.
We just blew up
He
his
gets-
heart with electricity.
We just literally fucking AED'd him to death.
okay. How about this? This is another thing that really grinded my gears, really ticked me off.
Let's go.
Was that particular room there? Why did fucking Jason there, the douchebag Wall Street guy,
Yep.
think that it needed to go? The voltages needed to be higher. You have to get your heart rate high. Why does his heart rate need to be
No,
high?
because he's a fucking dick.
But then it needed to be
'Cause-
low. How did it need to
but-
be low? Why did it need to be low? Did we miss something here?
Yes, because when you're in a hypothermic state.
Fuck you.
No, seriously, that's why it is. Right? Because your heart rate slows down when you go to like hypothermic shock.
No, I
So
know, but
that's-
it was a different room though. They were in that. That's where you found out they're
No,
all
but
survivors.
the fucking like heart monitor
Yeah.
was in his stall. That's
Gotcha.
why he said like, "This is my stall. I know what I have to do," and
Ah.
then he didn't know what he had to do.
Right, he was an idiot.
Yeah.
And he killed a guy. He killed another guy.
He did kill a guy,
He killed Mike.
but I mean, here's the thing. So,
And that's when Zoe had her fucking freak out too. Just break the cameras and
but she wasn't wrong.
yeah, no.
But with Jason being a super douche and and having like the AD, here's the thing: how often
Here's the
does a high score reward you?
I don't know.
Just hypothetically answer the question.
What? Say that
Like
again.
if you're going to do like a test or a video game or something,
Yep.
you want to do better. You want to have the top score.
Right. Okay.
So he's got this heart monitor. He's full of adrenaline.
Okay.
He's like, let's fucking pump this thing up. Let's go.
Okay.
Instead of thinking, oh, yeah.
I still think that's a fucking leap. I get what you're saying.
Yeah. This
So-
is me trying to make sense.
Rationalize this dumbass fucking movie. Yeah.
Yes. However,
I got
either way, stupid.
Yeah,
This room was designed around, like, the threat was the poison, which was due to Danny Boy's.
Yeah, the
I was
carbon
gonna say
monoxide.
Davy. Danny Boy's like carbon monoxide poisoning to his family. However, he's dead at this point.
Yeah, he just ripped.
But
First one. He was the first one.
But we already did a fucking Jason room.
Right.
So I think the writers were like, okay, well, Danny Boy's already dead.
Right.
So we'll put this in Jason's medical stall and
Right.
it'll be another part to him. But at the same time, it's like, no.
No. I don't know, man.
You know what
Like,
I mean? Like, if you're going to have a room for each person, give them a fucking room for each person. Don't half-ass it.
I thought it was very optimistic of the creators of the Escape rooms to have everyone each their own room. I thought that was very kind of them to be like, they'll make it all the way. I have faith in them. They can see their own fate in each of their own rooms. Why not?
What if everyone died in the first room?
It's like, fuck.
Like, what if they all just got fucking barbecued?
I mean, well, that's
Because it wasn't far.
that's the movie. It's like, oh, well, that was quick.
Wow.
We still have
Like, all the people that paid to watch us are pissed? Or do they all love it? Because they're like, yeah, we fucking killed everyone right away.
I don't know. I think you want a winner though. I feel like
But they don't. That's the thing. Like, this is
no, the
this
fans
is where
want a
we're
winner.
getting.
The fans want a winner, but in actuality, they're just going to murder everyone anyway
Yes.
for
So
liability.
that's where we're getting to this. So Ben ends up technically winning
yes,
by sheer dumb luck, kind of, in the end.
kind of, yeah, yeah, pretty much.
And so he gets out of the room. And I mean, he solves a puzzle, but I don't think it was just not in time, right?
Something like that. I don't know. Zoe helps him.
No, she doesn't meet up with him until he's already out.
I know, but she's the one that actually stops the thing from like crushing him, or something, isn't it? Or no,
because he gets like the shield and
right,
just
right.
whatever happens. But
Right.
anyhow, so he gets out and he like sees like the game master, if you will,
Right.
is what it's kind of made out to be. And they're like, da da da, you won, blah blah blah. And he's like, let's have a smoke. And then the game master like has a gun. He's like, congrats.
Or he tries to like choke him. He has a garrote.
yeah, he has a garrote. But he also has a gun.
Yeah. I think it'd be easier to just fucking put a bullet in his head, but okay.
Anyhow,
Choke him.
So yeah, he's like, "Oh, let's have a smoke. You won. Congrats!" Da, 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 da. And then he tries to choke him out. Ben does not use the proper garrote strangulation self-defense method.
Correct.
And Zoe ends up
Coming
back
in
to
and
life
just like, yeah.
and saving him. But they were gonna kill him anyways. So what's the fucking point?
Yeah,
Like,
well,
it's not
there's
Hunger Games where there's okay. Let's have these 26 people kill each other, and then one person actually gets to win.
the actual victory. Yeah. No, well, this is
Like,
they're just
give me
covering
my
their ass, right?
10 grand,
like,
fam.
obviously they're killing people as they do this, right? So they're
But-
just covering their tracks. I get that.
But you say that, but then they escape. They escape from the escape room,
The escape room, yes.
and then they go back there like 3 minutes later with the fucking 5-0, and the building's
whoa,
facelifted. Like
Houdini,
for real, they like Houdini the building, so none of the escape room stuff is actually there.
Illuminati, bro,
For real,
dude, Illuminati.
look into it. And so, what's the point of killing the last guy? Why not give him the 10 G's, and he's gonna come back there with the 5-0, and they're like, "Yeah, this guy's high as fuck." Anyways,
It's true because he got fucking goobered.
yeah,
He got goobied.
that's what I don't get.
Acid.
I just don't get the point of doing it and killing the last person. Who cares? Let the person live. Give me some Hunger Games stuff.
How about this though? It's on now though. You know that because
Oh yeah, cause
they're fishing for a sequel here.
oh,
Hard.
big time. Yeah,
Fishing hard, dude.
they are erect for
Holy shit.
sequel, if you will.
They kind of give you like, I was like, man, this acting kind of seems a little off. And like, oh, it's a simulation. I get it. I see. They have a plane and they're devising their escape plan in a plane.
Yeah, I kind of briefly forgot about that
Yeah.
actually, but yeah, that's pretty neat.
Well, that's the hardcore fishing
So
dude right there.
they kind of segue into the new testing grounds for the next
Yeah.
escape scenario, if you will.
And then it's just so funny how like you have the survivors, you have Zoe and Ben. They're like, we're gonna find them, and we owe it to ourselves and
Yeah,
and our new
Zoe-
friends that died in the room.
Zoe's
even though we just knew them
essentially
for
super genius.
25 minutes, but I've got it
So
down
she
pat.
researches where they are, and she's like, "We're gonna go save the day and make sure this never happens again." Type bullshit. Spoiler alert: it's gonna
Holy
happen
fuck.
again, and you two are gonna be involved.
And guess what, Zoe? You're gonna be involved in a second plane crash. This time you're not fucking walking away from it.
Nope. They see. I thought when they were gonna escape, they was just gonna be like, I was hoping for the sake of not having a sequel.
Okay, how about
that
this,
they
though?
would just be like,
How about this
let's
though?
smash and
The next
Happily ever
the
after.
sequel that goes to the plane. They're on a plane. That plane is the plane from Final Destination 1.
how about this?
Whoa!
about this? It's the plane from Snakes on a Plane.
Whoa.
How about this? Just kidding. All these planes.
Just imagine if this is playing from Con Air.
Whoa.
Just think of the next airplane movie. Airplane. Whoa.
Soul Plane.
Oh my god. Castaway. Jesus Christ. We got really loud there. Hope everyone enjoyed that, blasting their speakers to
happens.
bits.
It could have just been any old plane.
Fucking hell. Yeah, I hope this doesn't get a sequel. Hey, speaking of that though, let's look
Speaking
into
of
some
that-
of this
How much money? You want to look
Yeah.
at the money?
I kinda
Everybody
do.
loves the money.
the money.
Money.
Let's see, what's it at? Come on, Wikipedia, don't let me down here, dog. So okay, had a budget of 9 mil.
That's actually pretty low.
Holy shit.
That's super low.
Well, guess what? This
Making
very
money.
well might get a fucking sequel now.
Oh, easily. If their budget was only 9 mil,
80 million already.
yeah, they're getting a sequel.
God damn it.
Hey, I mean,
It's just something else we have to see now. Again.
all the power to you.
Like
yeah, so it's a
everything,
thing.
every franchise that gets
This is
built.
if you're a real movie person and you see one movie out of a franchise, you have to see it through.
Unfortunately,
Story to back that up. Not proud of it.
Twilight.
I was dating a girl.
Nailed it.
Well, yeah, because we've already been through this, so you
Yep.
fucking know. You can't just act like you fucking guessed us out of nowhere.
I'm gonna do it anyway.
So yeah, I was dating a girl back in high school when the first Twilight movie came out. So we went and saw it together, and then I think we were still dating for the second one. But after that, we broke up.
Yep.
Stupid. That's for another time.
Not
And
bitter
then-
or anything. Not bitter or anything.
I'm not bitter at all.
No.
I'm fucking happy. Hopefully you're a listener.
Gotcha.
And then yes, like the third book, part 1, part 2, movie 3 and 4 came out. I went and saw them. Had to.
You know
Had
what?
to. You
I
can't-
admire that.
I didn't read the book, so
You
I'm like,
saw it through.
I need to know what happens with fucking Edward and fucking
Bella?
Wolf
Is
Boy.
it Bella? Belle? Is it Bella or Belle?
I don't know. Devin's pretty certain it's Bella.
You know what? I gotta
think it's
see this
Bella.
through now. You got me started. God damn
We've
it.
got a fact checker here. You don't need to look up shit. It's Bella.
Whatever. I have a computer
It's
here.
Bella.
Yeah. Definitely Bella.
Bella. I was trying to think
Bella.
of the
Bella.
fucking Wolf Boy's name.
Oh,
Anytime I say Edward, I always think Jason. So I'm like
Jacob?
Jacob. That's why
Jacob.
I was close.
Close. Yeah, it is Bella Swan.
See, yeah,
Psh, I
fucking
know
Devin
shit,
nerd.
dog.
Nude.
Okay. Well, that's all I need to know.
Yeah. So anyhow,
Satiated.
if
for
you're a
now.
real movie fan, no matter how bad the movie is, you see it through
I guess.
for the most part. There's,
But yeah,
there can be like an exception, but the movie has to be like absolute trash.
I found this hilarious. They're like a lot of the reviews on IMDb. They're all like 4 and 5 stars. A lot of them until
Really?
you get there are a few like low ones, obviously. Excuse me, but the first few are all like
This is another one of those movies where I'm like, you could have had something really good. The concept was there. It's never going to be a perfect movie. It's never
Well,
going
here's
to
the
be
thing.
great.
Escape
'cause you're-
escape rooms are so popular now. Obviously, they're trying to build on the success of escape rooms.
for real. But it's also like piggybacking off the Saw franchise to an extent, and that's why I don't think we'd ever be like super impressed with it, no matter what they did.
I just feel like them playing it straight for this was not the way to go.
No, you should have been goofy.
Yeah, they had all the right pieces to make it like kind of stand out. Like you could have made this concept and kind of go like Cabin in the Woods style. And I
love
feel like that
Cabin
would
in
be
the Woods.
hilarious. I think that would be good
Cabin
though.
in the Woods is one of the most underrated movies in the world.
I think it might. I think it's gotten so popular now that it's no longer underrated. It's just
When
getting,
it first came out, it was very underrated.
yes,
'Cause people didn't understand it.
yes. But now it's kind of over.
Yeah, because it's been out for 10 years. I've had enough time to tell people like how to appreciate it.
Yeah. Yes.
Same girlfriend that I saw Twilight, the first one with.
Yeah.
I went and saw Cabin in the Woods with. She's the worst movie ever. I'm like,
This is done. We're done right now. We're done right now.
I'm like,
That's how you know you just need to cut it.
I wanted to front kick her in the face.
Oh my god.
Should have, but I didn't.
It's good restraint. Congratulations.
I have great self-control.
Okay, well, it's good to know.
Yeah.
Hey, you want to talk about any more about this stuff?
It's not really escape room too much anymore. I'm kind of over it.
Are you kind of over it?
Yeah. I mean,
All right, I'm over it too. Fuck it.
another movie that I watched in between.
Yes, here. This is the next segment of the show of what
We watched
what's
lately?
going on recently.
So obviously,
what's on the telly?
besides the Ted Bundy tapes,
Correct.
in between watching Glass and now Escape Room last night, I also watched Bad Times at the El Royale.
Yes, I watched
So-
that earlier as well on the plane ride back from
Ottawa.
Yes.
Yeah, so that was a movie that we both were interested in when
Yes.
we saw the trailer for it.
It looked
but I don't
kinda
think it ever
funky.
came here.
It was out here for about 30 seconds, I think.
Yeah, for like a hot,
Not even once.
fucking minute. But I actually don't think it ever came here. Classic Yellowknife.
Yeah.
However, funny story also on the theater. We'll get to that after we chit chat about,
Okay.
about this. Oops, just fucking
Idiot.
I didn't even register. Look at that.
okay.
Yeah, like, and then so I watched it and I texted you. I'm like, have you seen this yet?
Yep.
Because I watched it with the wife and it was like fun. It was interesting. Like we both were like, when we
Has a sweet cast right off the bat.
off the bat, great cast. But when we saw the trailer, we were both like, this could get like silly, like crazy silly.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't know which way it was gonna go.
Yep.
Still, I don't really know which way it went.
I mean, yeah.
But it was it was entertaining from start to finish.
It was. It kind of. I don't know. Like it was very like I like the way it was shot because it had like the different intersecting storylines and you don't really know what everyone's coming from and how everyone got there and
which we talked about. We liked that there was like different stories.
yeah,
When it's a great way to shoot a movie as long as everything gets tied together.
exactly. Yeah,
Which it did, but we've seen it many times where it doesn't, and
Yeah.
it just looks like 7 short stories piled into an hour and a half.
Or
But
you get
this
fucking-
was done
Do
properly.
you remember this movie called Vantage Point?
Yes.
2008. What
Yes.
a fucking piece of shit.
I
Has
also
all-
watched that within like a year.
It's just literally the same thing over and over and over again, 8 different fucking times, and I was like, oh my god, this is horrible. This is a horrible way of doing this.
Yeah,
I hated every second of it.
it kind of reminds me of when you're like in grade 5 or whatever. You're like 11 years old, and your teacher goes, "I want like a 1,000-word story
Yeah.
in 2 weeks," and then you write the story, and you're like, "Shit, it's only 600 words," and then you go, "This was a flashback or a dream, and we got here because," and you essentially type the same thing in, in a different, like you're trying to fill some time, like space and time. That's kind of the concept for like the.
You were a
idea.
shitty student, is what you're saying.
I never did that. I'm
Okay, okay,
saying,
okay.
excuse me, sir.
Gotcha.
But yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, this is
Yes.
the one that came out. Yeah, it was
Yeah.
like Jeff Bridges. He's one of the big ones. You have
Jeff Bridges,
Dakota
yeah.
Johnson,
Dakota Johnson,
Johnny Hamm,
Johnny Hamm,
John Hamm, and you have a couple other.
fucking Thor,
Chris Hemsworth. Yeah,
Chris
he's a big-
Hemsworth.
Yeah, that's right. He plays like the cult leader,
the cult leader,
very
essentially,
eccentric
yeah.
cult leader. Yeah.
What's the chick's name?
Yes, I'll get
Smoking hot chick.
that. Dakota Johnson.
Is it
telling you.
Dakota Johnson?
Yes.
Yes.
And
What's your sister's name?
I can't remember.
You're gonna look. He's gonna look up the sister's
Yeah.
name. So it's Dakota Johnson.
Couple others. Where is it? Goddamn. Cynthia Erivo, Darlene. Yeah, Dakota Johnson.
Yeah.
Kaylee Spaney.
If that's her
Liz
actual
Pullman.
singing voice, she's fucking unreal.
Yeah, lights out singing
Yeah.
voice. Yeah, Nick Offerman as a cameo here, but he's wearing a mask, so you can't really see him.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a pretty sweet cast.
It's a
and
fun cast. It's a fun little story. I mean, it's
It's kind of goofy, but it like again, there's no real point to it, but it is.
there's
kind
no
of
real
fun.
point. There's still like a couple questions like
I had a bunch of questions.
Yeah.
But
that we'll never know the answer to, but it's worth a watch.
again,
I would
this
say.
is what I asked you. Is like, was it a sex tape? Was it a sex tape of JFK and Marilyn Monroe?
Probably.
Do you think that's what it was?
Maybe there's a good chance.
Was it around that time, or was he already assassinated? Or it doesn't really matter if he was alive or dead.
I can't remember what time. It was
This is
in
like
the
late
80s.
60s.
Was it
60s,
Was
yeah.
that early?
Yeah, so it might be. Even if he was assassinated already.
Yeah, who
Still
knows?
still scandalous.
Scandalous.
Ooh.
However, it would be fun to get some answers to these questions. Writers,
It's all good.
when
though.
you listen to this,
Yeah, we won't get
send
it.
us an email.
Says, oh my god, an audio at gmail.com.
Yeah, they know.
Okay,
They know.
okay, they know. Oh, they know. Okay. You never know.
Yeah,
No.
tweet me.
Yeah, it was fun though. I didn't mind. I didn't hate it as
No, it was good. It was.
it's definitely enjoyable to
Yeah.
fucking flick it on. Yeah.
It was. Yeah, it was worth watching. It was enjoyable. It was better than a lot of movies that we have reviewed.
Did I mention this last week about
Nope.
True Detective?
That season 3 is coming out.
Season 3 is out.
Or yeah, is
Season
out.
3 is out, and
Have you
episode
watched
4
the whole
just
thing
came
yet?
out. I haven't watched.
Or like, are you up
I'm
to date?
almost up to date. I'm one episode back on what just came out this week. So fucking good, dude. It's back to form of season 1, where it's very like, you have like the present, and they're interviewing the present situation, and then you have like 2 other pasts.
Yeah.
And it's pieced
Another
apart.
good
So
example
good.
of things being shot differently and coming
Different
together
timelines.
and coming together.
Fucking Mahershala Ali, fucking lights out, dude.
Is he?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm excited to watch it. I watched the first season recently again for like the 5th or 6th
Amazing,
time.
amazing.
Yeah, I
So
love that.
good.
Love it. I have the
Holy-
first season on DVD.
Yeah. Oh my god, what a great! It's required viewing. Season 1 is required viewing.
Yeah, it's very good.
Season 3 absolutely is
So far, good.
shaping up to be required viewing. Fuck yeah, HBO is just goddamn. They're
They
so
crank
good.
out some good stuff.
They're so good.
Speaking of which, good stuff.
Yeah.
Game of Thrones soon.
Game of Thrones
The
soon.
last season, season 8.
Yeah, that's gonna be fucking sweet.
Last night when you canceled on me, Carly and I just watched 4 episodes of season 7 of Game of Thrones just for fun.
Nice. I was passed out by 8:30. We were supposed to do this last night. I was like, nah, gonna go to bed. Bye.
Nah, mate.
I was
Smell ya,
passing
fam.
out.
Yeah, it happens.
Yeah, that's okay. But yeah, Game of Thrones will be coming out. That's cool.
So I'm excited for that.
Did you see that new little
Excited,
teaser?
but sad that it's the last season.
Yeah, well, it has to come to an end sometime.
No.
But they're gonna have a prequel though, so it's fine. We're gonna have Game of Thrones World again.
Yeah, oh, for sure.
We're having the
But
prequel. They already approved it.
It never has to end.
Hey, do you want to see a movie of Breaking Bad? Too
Yes.
bad you're getting it regardless. So what up?
Yes.
Bryan Cranston's coming back
Yes.
with your boy Jesse Pinkman, whatever his name is, Aaron.
Aaron fucking
Yeah, Aaron, that guy.
Aaron Down's gonna look it up. But yeah,
he's
that
on-
movie's coming out. That's exciting too.
Fucking BoJack Horseman as well.
I also was not a fan of like the first 5 episodes of
Paul,
Breaking Bad.
boom.
Aaron Paul, you got it. It took me like I feel like it took me a fucking lifetime to watch the first 5 episodes of Breaking Bad,
Same.
and then I watched the rest of the series in a fucking minute.
Yep, absolutely. That was the same as me.
But the first 5 episodes, I like wanted to gouge my eyes out, and everyone's like, "It gets me," and usually I ignore.
It's
those
one of those
people,
things where it's
but I was
actually
like,
getting better. Yeah.
It's like, okay, I'll give it a chance. And then, yeah, I think it was like the 6th episode and started to click and shit was going down. And I was like, yeah.
It's like, okay.
And then, yeah, I crushed the rest literally
Giddy up.
within a week.
Oh, yeah. Holy shit.
Yeah,
Put in work, son.
seriously.
God damn.
I was like 8 to 5 at Buffalo at the time. And I was probably up till like 2 a.m. every day. Like, I'd get off work, put it on, and I would watch it till like 2 a.m. and just fucking vegetate there.
Oh, Sons of Anarchy.
They were hard to watch, and then like
Never seen it.
after
Oh, I crushed Sons of Anarchy.
after like the first 4 episodes of her season, like it was like
I love Sons of Anarchy. Sons of Anarchy is sweet. I watched
all 7 seasons.
I watched that, and Mayans was recent.
That I never watched that.
I watched Mayans. That's new. It's pretty good. Pretty good. But I feel like Sons is obviously. I feel it's going to be better.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mayans has some work to do, but they're still decent. But anything else new and relevant that you've been watching?
No, nothing, nothing movie wise. I've been fucking busy, so I haven't really had too much
fair
free
enough.
time. Yeah, but we'll
That's
see.
cool.
I might try something new. I know you started watching the Fry Festival documentary on Netflix.
Fire Festival.
Is it Fire?
It's Fire, not Fry.
I thought it was Fry for some
it's
reason.
Fire.
I'm dyslexic. But yeah, I'm gonna watch that.
I'm in the midst of it. Yeah,
I'm gonna watch that on Saturday
should be-
when I have some free time at
I'm
work.
like 20 minutes in, and so far it's pretty interesting. And like, how the hell are they going to get away with this?
Yeah, the story behind it seems fucking silly. So I saw that the 2 documentaries came out and it like blew up out of nowhere. So I was like researched it and I was like, what the fuck? And I'm like, I kind of remembered the name, but I was like, I had no clue what the hell happened. So I don't know. But yeah, I'm excited to watch it to learn more. Everyone says the documentaries, both of them are unreal.
Yeah.
So I'm excited to watch it 2 days time.
Yeah, I'll be done by then, so I'll have something to talk about next week too.
Yeah.
Little add on a little couple minutes about that, sure. And then
What is coming out next week?
Let's do a quick search on that before we take off here for the night.
Okay, while you're doing that, semi-funny story about the Yellowknife Capitol Theater, if you will.
Oh yeah.
So their Facebook page, like 3 weeks ago when The Mule was released,
Right.
and they every week they do like what's coming next week kind of bullshit, like Facebook posts. One of our mutual friends, Smitty,
Okay.
like commented on the post and he was like, whoa, why no mule? Are we gonna get the mule?
Yeah.
And me being a smart ass, I commented back and I was like, yeah, probably not. It's like they never bring us the good movies, and if they do, it'll be a month late. And then like clockwork, 3 weeks later they brought the mule in for just a week and they tagged me in that same post. And they tagged Smitty and I, and they were like, oh, the mule's here but only for a week. Dude, like on their fucking high horse.
That's
And
hilarious.
I wanted to light them back up and be like,
But, like,
yeah, too bad it's not relevant anymore because it's fucking a month ago, and instead
And also,
you played the
you
same
just proved your point.
same 3 fucking kid movies for 3 weeks in a row, so that we couldn't have, like, come on.
Yeah, that's hilarious how they
Which-
proved your point.
They 100% proved my point.
Like,
but
why are you trying to like throw that in your face?
yeah, they're just
Maybe they've heard us talk mad
I
shit
fucking
now.
hope so.
By now.
But I don't know. I still want to see that movie. I've heard mixed reviews. But
Yeah, I don't
Clint
give a
Eastwood,
shit about it.
Clint Eastwood is still a fucking movie gangster, and he can put out some really good stuff.
You know what I'd rather
He
see
can also put out
ahead of
some
that
really
though?
bad stuff. But he
I'd rather see Vice. I'd rather see Vice.
Vice.
It's with fucking Chaney, dude. With Christian Bale, and he put on all that weight.
Oh
Yeah. And you have Sam Rockwell as George W.
yeah.
Sammy Rockwell's my boy,
Sam
dude.
Rockwell, friend of the show.
Friend of the show, yeah.
Like the last movie we saw with him was 3 Billboards.
3 Billboards.
3
man.
Billboards
Yeah.
outside Ebbing,
And he was
Missouri.
so good in that.
Yeah, fuck.
Oh, lights
He's-
out.
Arguably the best character out of all the movies we've reviewed.
Well, he's up there for sure. I don't want to say that flat out right now because
That's why I said arguably,
yeah. Okay. Fair enough.
which essentially is like top 5.
He's up there. He's fucking good at like
One of
not
the
a
best-
good character, but like very well best acted character.
One of the best written and acted characters, and one of the best character arcs
Fair enough. Okay.
that we've
All right,
seen.
All right.
It's a big transition.
So good though. I just like seeing him.
And yeah, I don't know. I love that movie. Frances McDormand is unreal in that movie.
She's also very good. Yes.
If anyone hasn't seen that movie, you're still listening. Fucking go watch it.
Go
right
watch
now.
that
Stop
one.
what you're doing. Watch that movie.
Yeah.
Make time for it. It's good.
It is
Good watch.
good. Muy bueno. Muy bueno.
So what's out next week? You were looking that up.
Yeah, it's not Upside. The Upside.
What?
It's called The Upside. It's featuring Kevin Hart and Bryan Cranston.
Oh, that should.
I
be
hopefully
hopefully a fun.
I
romp.
believe is our other fact checker. Just a second.
fact checker.
Has informed me that this is actually on Netflix right now called the Intouchables, and I believe it's French language, and this is an American remake, and I feel like you should probably watch that one instead of this one because that one looks like it has quite a bit of heart to it. And I'm sure
So is this
Lindsay
one?
would like that. Yeah. Well, I don't know. I'm
Get
sure
it?
this is fine.
Get
but-
it? You didn't get it.
Oh, a lot of Kevin Hart. Yeah. Haha. I hate you so fucking much.
You didn't get it.
No, I get
You
it. I get it.
He didn't get it.
I get it.
Some people would appreciate that. Chris sucks.
Nope. I hate you.
Devin got it. He loved it.
But yeah, if you like the Intouchables is on Netflix, and that's what this one is. I don't want to.
What if you don't understand French?
They have subtitles. It's okay.
What if you can't read? I'm dyslexic. We
What if you can't
already
read?
talked about that.
So, yeah. So how'd you finish Narcos? You didn't. You probably had no idea what was going on.
I still haven't finished season 2 yet. Because you have to be invested to watch it, and I just don't have that much free time. I'm a busy guy. I'm popular.
You thought it was about drags the
Time
entire
is
time.
money.
What
Narcos.
about drags? What's about this about drags? You have no idea. You just can't read.
Drags. Classic.
Yeah, so we'll figure out what else is what else.
Upside. Is
Yeah.
Glass still here
Glass is still gonna be
for a
here.
third week? This is the issue with these people that we have. Like,
This will be its second week though. No, it's only its second week.
but this is next week's. Because Glass is in its second week right now.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Yeah, so it'll be 3 weeks. You're right. And then Vice was only here for a week, so it's out next week. And then they're gonna keep the King Who Would Be King, little kid fantasy movie, and Escape Room was only in for a week as well. This is a great selection.
Stupid.
We're gonna have to figure something out on the fly next week, folks, for next week's Armchair Reviews.
Yeah.
I think that's it for this episode,
We'll
though.
figure it out. We always do.
That is true. Keep you
Anyhow,
posted.
guys and gals.
That's it for this
and
week.
Others.
Thanks for listening.
as per usual.
As always.
We had a lot of fun.
Yep. You can email our show, as I said earlier, ohmygodandaudio@gmail.com. You can find us on Instagram at Armchair Reviews and Twitter at ArmchairPod.
POD.
I'm on Twitter as well at Christoph Godden and on Instagram at Christopher Gods. Boom. James.
I'm on Twitter at Mackay J90 or 14, sorry.
Jesus Christ.
MCKAYJ14 for Twitter
this
and
every
Mackay
fucking
J91 for Instagram.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Good. We got it. You can find us
tough times.
everywhere you find your favorite podcast. We're on iTunes, Spotify, Google Play, Stitcher. We're hosted by Pippa, and you can just Google search Armchair Reviews Podcast.
That is the easiest. Google
Subscribe
search or iTunes search us.
to any one of those.
All of them.
All of them.
Yep.
Hit us up, guys. Share, comment, like, review us. Tell us what you think. Email on our show. Comment on your stuff, and maybe we'll
As per usual.
we'll read your stuff on the air.
Yeah, send us some questions. We had a couple of in-house questions today with our
Yes, we did.
in-house viewer.
Thanks to our special
Thanks
guest here,
to Devin, for sitting around. Maybe one day
Big wave.
you'll come on the other side of the radio, on the other side of the mic.
On the other side of the radio, the microphone.
I'm used to talking into a radio. I do that for a living.
All right, guys, that's it for this week. Until next week, James, it's always been fun. My name's been Chris. See you later, alligator.
Adios, amigos.
Bye-bye.